In this video, we're going to go over 7 tips that'll help any unsocialized dog /COVID syndrome. Tip number 1, avoid other dogs on leashes when you're out on walks. First off, there's no guarantee that other dog owners will allow their dog to socialize with yours. Secondly, dogs on a tense leash that feel like they can't get away if they need to is often what causes leash reactivity in the first place. So find a dog owning friend or neighbor that's willing to help you out with this. If you want to learn how to get rid of unwanted behaviors and bring balance back to your pack, start right now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. Tip number 2. Control the environment. Find a good-sized fenced yard, but not your yard or any yard that your dog is familiar with, in order to avoid aggression due to resource guarding or territorial behavior. Tip number 3. A tired dog is a good dog, so walk your dog for an hour or so before meeting a new dog, which will help them be more relaxed. An excited dog with pent-up energy and frustration will often result in a fight. Tip number 4. Entering the unfamiliar yard. First off, make sure the yard is fenced in. Let the unsocialized dog enter the yard first. Give them a chance to explore and sniff around, become somewhat comfortable with their new environment. Keep an eye on their body language, which will give clues to when they are feeling calm and relaxed and comfortable with the new environment. If the tail is up, that's dominant/aggressive. If the tail is wagging, that means excitement. If the tail is tucked under, that means fearful. And if the tail is hanging down and just relaxed, then the dog is also relaxed. And that is what we're looking for before we bring the second dog into the yard. You'd like to buy me a coffee, now you can do that. So here's what you do. At the end of the video here, you can just minimize the video, come down here to my icon or logo, give that a click, which will take you to my YouTube homepage. And you see on the lower right of the channel art, this little coffee cup. Just click on that, which will take you to the Buy Me a Coffee website. And you see my page, same header as the YouTube. And you come down, you can select 1 or 3 or 5. You can put a personal message if you like, and then you just click support. Tip number 5, tools of the trade. If there are any pre-existing aggression issues with the unsocialized dog, make sure you put a muzzle on them for everybody's safety. Then attach 15 to 20 foot leads on both dogs, so you can make quick corrections when necessary. And corrections are best done to the side, never up or back, so you're not putting any unnecessary pressure on your dog's esophagus or trachea. Using a Hermspringer prong collar can help here because it spreads the pressure evenly around the neck, so you don't have to worry about your dog choking or hacking or causing any type of injury to their throat or esophagus, and is therefore much safer for any dog in the long run when you're doing training. Having a bunker at the ready can also be beneficial here. A bunker is just a rolled up hand towel with rubber bands on each end. I'll put a picture up here so you can see what I'm talking about. And we can use that to bunk them with it whenever they show any signs of aggression. Remember, cut it off at level 1 so it never gets to level 10. And as it's just a rolled up towel, it's a safe and painless way to correct your dog and snap them out of those aggressive or any unwanted behaviors. A remote collar can help here as well, but make sure to seek the advice of a local professional before attempting this. Tip number 6. Bring in the buddy. Now, when you first bring in the second dog, just like the first dog, give them some time to sniff around and explore and get comfortable with their environment. They may see each other right off the back and go to each other, and that's okay. The important thing to note here is don't force them together. You have the leashes at the ready if you need to make a correction. So allow them to find each other naturally, allow them to sniff, allow them to play, allow them to wrestle, allow them to chase each other around and do whatever they're going to do. Just make sure that even at the slight sign of aggression, you need to make that correction. Tip number 7, always end on a positive note. Keep each meeting short and end it while they're still enjoying it and they're still having fun. You can exit and re-enter the yard as many times as you need to reset your dog whenever possible. If you have to make 2 or 3 leash corrections in a short amount of time, then it's already going too far. We need to bring the aggressive dog just outside the fence, and then we apply stop and wait procedures where we just stop and wait for them until they become nice and calm and relaxed. And then you can let them go back in to continue playing with the other dog. If it goes well, we can repeat this process 2 or 3 times a week for 3 to 5 weeks. Then bring in another dog and try the whole thing again. Dogs that live together usually get along. It's just that first meeting or two where issues tend to come up. So by controlling the environment and administering correction whenever the slightest bit of aggression shows up and resetting our dogs whenever needed, we can show our dogs that new meetings can be positive, rewarding, and fun, and improve how they react to other dogs when you are out on the leash. My hair's all tangled in my crotch.